If you're over 40 and your sleep has suddenly become worse, you're not imagining it. Maybe you used to fall asleep easily. Maybe you could sleep through the night without waking up. But now something has changed. You wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, your mind starts racing, and falling back asleep becomes almost impossible. Or maybe bedtime itself has become a struggle. You feel tired all evening, but the moment your head hits the pillow, your brain turns on. If this sounds familiar, there's a good chance a single hormone is playing a much bigger role than you realize. And it's not melatonin, it's cortisol. Most people think of cortisol as the stress hormone. But cortisol actually has a much more important role in your body. It's your alertness hormone. Cortisol helps regulate your daily energy cycle. It rises in the morning to wake you up and gradually declines throughout the day so your body can prepare for sleep. When that pattern works properly, falling asleep is natural. Your body simply follows its internal rhythm. But after the age of 40, something interesting often starts to happen. Your cortisol rhythm can become less stable. Instead of dropping smoothly at night, cortisol levels may remain elevated later in the evening, or even spike in the middle of the night. When that happens, your brain receives a signal that it should stay alert even when your body is exhausted. That's why so many people over 40 experience what feels like a sudden change in their sleep. You may notice waking up at 3 a.m. regularly, feeling tired but wired at bedtime, racing thoughts late at night, light, fragmented sleep, or waking up feeling unrefreshed even after spending hours in bed. It's not just aging, it's hormonal timing. Now, there are a few reasons cortisol rhythms can shift as we get older. One of the biggest is chronic stimulation. Throughout life, our nervous system adapts to stress, work demands, information overload, and constant digital stimulation. Over time, this can make the brain's alert system more sensitive, meaning it activates more easily and shuts down more slowly. Another factor is circadian rhythm disruption. Your circadian rhythm relies heavily on environmental cues like light exposure, activity timing, and nighttime routines. If those cues become inconsistent, your brain struggles to maintain a stable sleep cycle. And when the rhythm drifts, cortisol patterns can drift with it. There's also something called hyperarousal, which becomes more common with age. This is when the brain remains slightly alert even during times when it should be winding down. It's subtle, but powerful enough to interfere with sleep onset and deep sleep stages. The problem is that most sleep advice focuses on the wrong hormone. Melatonin gets all the attention. You'll see endless recommendations for melatonin supplements, teas, and relaxation tricks. But if cortisol remains elevated, melatonin alone can't overcome the alert signal. It's like trying to dim the lights in a room while someone keeps flipping the switch back on. That's why many people over 40 notice that sleep supplements help for a few nights and then stop working because the root cause hasn't been addressed. The key isn't forcing sleep. It's helping the nervous system turn off the alert signal. When cortisol levels decrease at the right time, your brain automatically allows sleep to begin. This is why neurological sleep techniques are becoming increasingly popular among sleep specialists. Instead of relying solely on supplements or medications, these techniques focus on signaling safety to the brain. When your nervous system senses safety, cortisol production slows down. And when cortisol drops, your brain shifts into recovery mode. This involves several elements. First is calming mental stimulation before bedtime, so the brain stops processing new information. Second is activating the parasympathetic nervous system, the branch responsible for rest and recovery. This can be done through specific breathing patterns designed to slow heart rate and reduce stress signals. Third is reinforcing your circadian rhythm through consistent cues that tell your body when sleep should begin. When these steps work together, something interesting happens. The brain relearns when to power down. People who were waking up every night begin sleeping longer stretches again. Bedtime becomes easier, and mornings feel less exhausting. Many people are surprised by how quickly the nervous system responds once the right signals are introduced. Sleep isn't something your body forgets how to do. It's something your brain temporarily blocks when it senses too much stimulation. Remove that stimulation and sleep often returns. If you're over 40 and struggling with sleep, it doesn't mean your body is broken. It usually means your hormonal rhythm needs recalibration. And once cortisol begins following its natural pattern again, your sleep cycle can stabilize. If you want to see the complete 5-step sleep hacking method designed to help regulate cortisol, calm the brain's alert system, and restore natural sleep rhythms, you'll find it in the description below. It explains the exact sequence many people use to start falling asleep faster and sleeping through the night again. Because when your hormones return to their natural timing, sleep becomes effortless again.